Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm still getting set up right now, but I want to just get started. Welcome to the stream. We have the YouTube chat here. Okay, cool. And right now, I think my audio is good, my video is good. Say hi if you're here. It's 7:30 a.m. Where I am. So in Asia, people are about to start taking the SAT, or depends on where they are in Asia, but some people have already started taking the SAT. In America, it's like 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, right? And 5:30 p.m. Pacific. So we should be good to go. You have a couple hours before you go to sleep. So if you have any questions for me, we can chat it out. If you need a shoulder to cry on, find a different shoulder. Let me just set up this window so you can see my window. And everyone who's here, just let me know. First of all, just say hi so I know you're here, because sometimes the YouTube thing is kind of glitchy. And then we can get started. Yeet Beast, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So if you're here for the SAT, just everybody please share your latest SAT math and reading writing score, and also like what you've been doing and that's been helping you, to start with some tips. And then I'm also available to answer any questions that you guys have about how to study or how to like mentally prep. I mean, you can't really study anymore, so how to prep before going to the test tomorrow. Meanwhile, since I'm waiting, I'm just gonna finish off this Wordle game, and yeah, and then wait for your chats to come in. I guess that's the only word. That's such a trippy. What does Patsy even mean? You got a 720 on English and 740 in math. It's getting a little hot here, so just turn the AC on. All right, so Patsy means apparently to be easy to cheat, which is, now that I think about it, I kind of used to know that word, but I forgot about it. Let me just share this real quick. So that's pretty solid, man. 1460. What do you think helped you the most in that process? Towards the end of the test, so that makes it sound like you start with the grammar first, and then you move to the so you start at like question 16, and then you finish at 27, and then you loop back around to 1 to 15, and then at the end of the test on the inference questions, you're kind of missing some of the important details. That's what it sounds like. Is that true? And I think we have some other people joining the stream, so welcome to the stream. And guys, share, just say hi first of all, just to let me know you're here, and then the question is in the chat. What is your latest SAT math and reading writing score? And Yeepies is dropping the first tip today. So the thing that helped you the most was to learn the grammar rules and just to get used to the structure of the questions. So I'm gonna guess that you've been prepping for the SAT maybe somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks. You got the grammar rules out of the way and you learned all the question types, and you might even know them by name, which is bonus. Yeah, that's really good. Honestly, and let me know if I'm making any wrong assumptions. But honestly, if you've been prepping for about 2 to 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, and you just have all the questions, you're just sort of used to the rhythm of the questions, and you learned like what dangling modifiers are basically, and you learned the difference between a semicolon and a colon. Yeah, I mean, you got a 740 you said, or was it 720? 720. 720 on English on the reading writing. That's really good. I would say, excuse me. You're probably already a pretty good student at school. So, oh, you started 2 months ago. Okay. Uh, that doesn't change what I was going to say, I guess, with that. You're probably already a pretty good student at school. 2 months ago, though, means, I don't know if, yeah, it depends. But you kind of just did the basics. So, I think there's nothing that you should be doubting about the way you've been doing it. Because one other thing you said in your chat is that you try to take your time, or you implied this, that you try to take your time with the reading writing, and I think that is the right instinct. It's so just know that if you're aiming for like a 750 for now, right? If that's like your ideal score, 750, and 720 is pretty solid progress towards a 750. I would say the most important thing is just to remind yourself that you can still get like 4, even 5 questions wrong and get a 750, right? And it just depends on which questions you get wrong. You don't want to get the basic questions wrong. You don't want to get like the grammar questions wrong, right? The things that you already know. You don't want to get like the easier like main purpose and main idea and detail questions wrong. You want, if anything, you want to get the hard question wrong. Does that make sense? Because if you get the hard question wrong, your score will be penalized less. So when you're reading through like the inference questions and you realize that this is a noticeably harder question than the other ones, then you should just remind yourself, oh, okay, yeah, but I still get to get 5 questions wrong, right? So as long as I do what I've been doing in practice and I still take care of the basics, right? And focus on all the questions that are like underneath the 750 range, not above the 750 range. I just focus on all those questions. Then you should still get the same score or higher than you got on your practice tests. All right, welcome to the stream. We got some more people joining. And just to wrap up what Yi was saying, you're solid on the basics, and I think you're in a good place. So the most important thing is not to panic and to not start trying to do anything different tomorrow. Just stick with your guns, stick to your guns, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be able to lock down that score that you've been getting. So you're in Nepal, and Hifi is in Nepal and is about to take the test in 1.5 hours. Good luck on the test, man. Henry has been scoring mid to high 1500s on practice. Actual SAT has some harder questions. So mid to high 1500s, if you could break that down into math and reading writing, that would be helpful for me. So unless you do that, I'm just gonna assume that you're getting I'm just gonna assume you're getting a seven. I guess mid to high. So that means you're getting like a 770. Oh, okay, yeah. Uh, okay, so you're trying to go for the yeet good luck on the test tomorrow. Uh, Henry, you're trying to get the 800 is basically where you are right now. So how can you keep the same flow and confidence and achieve the same score? So achieving the same score, actually, if you're trying to achieve the same score, I think it's actually not too crazy because I'm actually going to repeat a little bit of what I said already to Yeet Beast, but basically, for a 770, okay, you're allowed to get two questions wrong or three if they are hard questions. Now, at your level of performance, you should be getting zero wrong in module one, okay? And then three wrong in module two. Those three wrongs should not be from like the rhetorical synthesis questions. They should not be from the transition questions. They should not be from grammar, God forbid, right? Those should be coming from maybe one in the writing section, right? One from like the transitions or grammar, and then maybe two from the reading half, okay? The most important thing you can do is to have very high confidence in 51 out of 54 questions. Okay? It is not important for you to have high confidence, to try to have high confidence on the last three questions. If anything, by trying to have high confidence on the last three questions, you're going to sink, you're going to sink 1 minute extra into those three questions, and those 3 minutes, so 1 minute per question, so 3 minutes total. So those 3 minutes that you sink into the last three, the hardest three questions in the entire test, is going to upset the balance of everything else that's happening in the other 51 questions. So if you want to stay steady with your performance, I know that sometimes the real tests have like kind of these sort of like curveball questions. I want you not to sink additional time into them. Just read the question stem, make an initial prediction, assuming that you're familiar with my techniques that I talk about on YouTube, and then just try to find a perfect match for your prediction. But if you can't find a perfect match, then yeah, go through a quick process elimination and just choose, like if you're down to 50-50, just choose one for now and bookmark it and move on. And then just keep in mind that this is just one of the three that you're probably going to sacrifice some confidence on, okay? And you will still be on track to getting 770. The concept here is to intentionally sacrifice a set number of questions so that you don't pollute the other 51 questions with like low confidence and just like kind of, and sloppiness because you're rushing on them or whatever, or you're nervous from these other three questions that's making you change the way that you do the other 51. Okay, so I think that is the most important thing. And then sort of the underlying assumption behind all this is that whatever you're doing right now has been working. So believe in that. Just keep working. Just keep doing the thing that you've been doing over the last couple months of prep. Just stick to your guns, and you should be good to go for tomorrow. But since you do have a high score, and if you could help out other people in chat, my question was, what's the latest? What's your latest SAT math and reading score, and what's been what has been helping you the most to get that score? All right, guys. Anyone else? If you have questions, first of all, just let me know your latest SAT math and reading writing scores, and ask me what's on your mind. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna briefly mention. So I have a sort of soft launch right now. This website is not exactly complete. There's a couple broken links, but guys, I am launching a course. I'm launching a course to teach reading and writing scores. Reading and writing techniques that are, from what I can tell, very different from what people online are talking about and people in Princeton Review and Barron's and all these people, because these guys are using stuff from way back when, in like the old school SAT, when they used to have like 5 answer choices. The answer choices used to be really similar to each other. It was all on paper. There were long passages, and it's crazy. The SAT has changed so much, but the advice has not changed much at all. And they're teaching the SAT in the wrong way. Like they're making you do this stupid. They're making you rely so much on process elimination, and these and like really basic tips and tricks, like eliminate extreme answers. Like, okay. So I'm trying to fix this, okay? Because the way that you guys are being taught to read is actually handicapping you. So if you want to learn how to predict a match, okay, and some of these other techniques that I talk about on stream, like triangle transitions, thread the characters, logic chains, no look answers, one look answers, intentional sacrifices, and defending all parts of your answer choices, right? These are things I talk about on and off during the streams. Then you can sign up for this course. I have some testimonials. They're still kind of like dribbling in, but I have some of my students coming in. And this website's right now not complete, but you can sign up for the waitlist right now. And I'll just drop the link here. Henry, thank you so much for your tips. So if you want to be notified right now, the first group to try out my online course is gonna have an extremely discounted rate of $10. This will only be live for the next week. So be aware that this promo will not necessarily stick around more than a week from now. So get in early and just be, and I'll be very active in this course. I'm not just gonna build it and let it sit. I'll be very much active with the comments and Discord chat. So there's that. Let me know if you're interested. Now, Henry said for 1470 to 1570 right now, he made a 100-point jump on Module 2, and the most important thing is not to panic, to have an understanding of the text before choosing the answer, and a lot of practice. So thank you, Henry, for the tips. Okay, guys, it looks like there's not a lot of other people with questions, and no one's even saying hi, so I'm not sure if you guys are there, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream pretty quickly after checking Discord. Okay, yep. So it looks like this time right now is a little dead. So guys, ugh, it's super early for me. I'm also a little sick. I keep coughing, right? Sorry for coughing into the mic. So, okay, I woke up super early. I'm still a little sick. I think I need to go back to sleep. So guys, good luck on the May SAT. And if you are interested in a course for the June SAT, again, there is a special discounted program for the next week. You can sign up for the wait list in the link below. And I'm getting a last minute question, so I'll quickly answer that and then head out. RRR is saying, how much time is reasonable during Module 1 reading? It depends on your target score, but if you're aiming for like a target score of 750 plus, then you should be having at least 5 minutes left over for Module 1. If you're aiming for 650 plus, there's no, you should not be doing per question. It's ludicrous to be trying to pace yourself per question. You should be pacing yourself kind of more as a whole, and you can pace yourself at reading. You should be spending the reading section, the first 15 questions, you can do that in 20 minutes, and then the writing section, you could be doing that in 10 minutes. That would leave you 2 minutes. That would leave you 2 minutes left over. 20 minutes and 10 minutes is 30 minutes with 2 minutes left over. And for the reading, generally you don't want to spend more than 2 minutes per question. If you do spend more than 2 minutes per question, that should not happen more than once or twice in a module. All right, guys, that's it for tips. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck on the May SAT. And until next time, keep on learning, keep on growing. Peace.